Yo, Eric, we're over here on the paranormal hunt, and I headed over to this other building, and it's number 13. What is this someone on? My God.
All right, welcome everybody. Now you see Anthony from Unidentified-S4. Brown Dwarf is on his way back to his place, so he'll be on shortly. He'll be a few minutes late. But guys, we got to talk about something that I saw yesterday. Was so freaking cool. You know, you guys all know, if you haven't been to Unidentified-S4 channel, then I don't know what the hell you're doing. Because if you went to his channel, which his live show yesterday, he showed you some footage of his paranormal investigation. And I got to tell you something. Wow. You know, there's a lot of times that you hope to find some stuff, you know, that's something, just to see something, even if it's a voice, you know, to justify why you're there. It brings out something extra in you, you know, an extra excitement. And to not just one, he found, like, really he has an EVP. There's two footages of two things that we'll show you guys in a second. But just to find one thing is that energizes you, you know, kind of like when I did my video, the voice recorder, and the curtain fell down when I asked it to. You know, there's a certain excitement that you get, like, oh my gosh, something is happening. Yep. To have three, and I'm not talking about one of those. It's not like, when you look at what I'm going to show you guys here from his channel, it really truly, like, blows you away. Like, wow, that's just not catching a footage where you could 50-50 guess what it is. It really scratches your head. I mean, it's a head scratcher. I mean, it's something. And first of all, before I play this thing, where did you, Ron from Cosmic Neighbors, go to even do this paranormal investigation? Where was the place that you went to?
We met up on historic Richmond. Well, we met up at my house on Staten Island, and then we went to historic Richmond town on Staten Island, which was set up in the 1700s to devise a plan to get the British colonialists out of New York. And this is a historic land site. It has four main buildings that are open to the public for tours and whatnot. And then they have all the properties all closed down just for tours and stuff from the 1700s. You see the old houses, the old wood shop, how they made tin products back then, all by hand, right? So Ron and I, after everything closed down and everybody left, we focused our attentions on the homes from the 1700s that were nailed, all the doors, windows, nailed shut, boarded up, no way in, no way out. We focused our attention on two of the main homes where people have died in the homes, and where a lot of crazy activity was reported to happen. And we got really lucky. Lucky.
Now, you said there's a tour. Did you guys get permission to be there at night, or you guys were just there at night?
No, we walked on. I met the curator when we got there. I have a press pass. So I told him I was a member of the press, you know, freelance press, and Ron and I wanted to film, so we made plans with them. We had full reign of the property by ourselves, and that was it. When I went there, I just had to announce that I was there to the curator, and it was open reign for whatever we wanted to do, Ron and I, as long as we didn't make a mess, you know, cups, bottles, leaving things dirty in the place or whatever.
I just got a text from Brown Dwarf to resend him the link, so I did. So Brown Dwarf, I sent it to you on Instagram like you requested. So guys, I'm gonna play you one of the videos that that he caught. And pay attention because this
Yeah,
is
I broke this down to only 4 seconds. So just look in the window where the circle is, and you'll see the ghost move out of the window.
I'll make it bigger. And you could literally see it move. And I love your reaction.
Scared the shit out of me, bro. Scared the shit out of me.
It did, and let me see here, because I'm trying to. I got your
Oh, what do you want to see it again?
the handprint.
Oh, I did not load that, but I have it.
No, I got your channel. I got your channel.
I can only load 3 at a time. I have it.
Oh, you have it. Oh, you do have it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just have to. Here it is. I can only load 3 things on your channel at a time. There it is. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, first of all, before we get to the handprint, guys, if you guys watch this video here, let me put in the link. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to put you the link for their whole show they did yesterday, right here, so you guys can hear it. Because what's interesting about his footage is just not that they found the footage later on while they're going through their evidence. You hear Anthony live when they're filming their live that he said he saw something there.
Yeah, it was a black mass in that window to me. There was just enough moonlight to the single pane to see something was there, right? And then when you see it move, so once it moved, then all the moonlight took over that room. So it was like blocking out all the light, this thing. So it was just a chain of events that happened. I seen the ghost. Then I started asking questions. I got an EVP. It was laughing at me while I was asking questions. And then I turn around and walk back towards the house, and there's a handprint on the window. Now, at that whole time, I'm asking this thing to give me a sign of its presence. So
that is, I'm also, oh, hold on a second. I'm sending some in the invite to Brown Dwarf also on Messenger, just in case, because I accidentally sent him the link to your video.
wow.
Because that was the last.
I didn't want to see that. I want to get on the show.
All right, here we go. Let me get to the handprint.
That's the one. Yeah. I gotta zoom up. There it is.
Look at that.
So hold on, let me get you. Okay, so right there. Like turn around and I see it like a blob, but I knew it wasn't there before.
Oh, nice. Hey, Ron, look at this.
I'm pausing it right there because when you just look at it, that's a clear handprint right there. That light and day. That's a bug. That's something. That is shape of a hand.
Yeah, and it was not there prior to that. There's nothing there.
I'm going to ask a stupid question, and just to tell people that you and Ron were walking around. Now you did get permission from a caretaker, and you can
the curator of the property.
You can tell that the curator was nowhere near these buildings.
No, she's in the Capitol across the street.
There you go. So that's what I mean. So now the curator is across the street. There's nobody else except for you and Ron.
She was an elderly woman anyway.
And if Ron was walking around, why would you put your hand at that part of the building? What would be the reason to?
Ron's behind me. So I call Ron. Yeah, he's on the opposite side of the barn. Maybe, I don't know, 40, 50 feet away from me. I call him now, and he comes running to me, and he asks, "Did you do that?" And I'm literally like, "Ron, how did I do that? I have 2 cameras in my hand. What did I put one under my chin and put my hand on the wall?" But, he asked.
Greetings, Anthony and Eric, everybody in chat. Hey, Anthony, that's amazing stuff, man. I want to butt in right quick. If that's with FLIR that you picked that up with,
yep.
That handprint must have been done at the moment, for that heat signature to still be there, man.
Fresh. It's
right.
Fresh.
That's the whole point I'm trying to make. I'm about 20 feet away from this house right now. So you actually see me walk, and I turn around and I'm walking back to that area because I heard something whispering, and Ron heard it on the other side of the barn. So we both heard it in between each other. So he's on one side doing EVP, and I'm on the opposite side doing EVP, asking questions. And I catch it laughing at me like, ha, 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 when I ask a question. Then I say, can you give me a sign of your presence?
Yes.
And I turn around and start walking back to the house where I see the ghost in the window, and I see a blob, a heat blob on the wall. I don't know what's a hand yet till I walk up closer to it, because my FLIR camera is tiny, bro. I mean, it's a little tiny FLIR camera that goes on your cell phone. So the image is small. You really can't see what you're looking at.
I'm going to play the sound one next, but I'm telling you, I think Brown Dwarf will agree with me. Of all three, I love this one the most because, like Brown Dwarf was saying, that's a fresh. Somebody had to fresh because that was bright orange, and then later on you had Ron put his hand.
Well, when Ron puts it on, you really see how bright a handprint is.
Now, when you see shadows up there, people can say, well, that's this and this and this, but they can say, but that the handprint.
Those windows are 15
had to be there to do that, and you're saying, their caretaker was across the street.
Right.
Ron was behind
Just me and Ron.
There's nobody there.
And those windows are 15 feet above our head.
I was just going to ask you, Anthony, if you had an idea how high up that was.
15 feet.
Wow. So, another
there's
thing
no stairs. They ripped the stairs out so nobody can break into the building. The windows, the doors are boarded up and everything's nailed shut. So
another thing that comes to mind, our minds are thinking, all right, possibly, a ghost, some sort of entity of some sort. But to me, also, Sasquatch comes to mind because
not on Staten Island, I don't think.
Okay, well, you never know because there's a lot of what people call paranormal activity that happens with the Sasquatch as well.
Somebody else said that too, Brown Dwarf, Sasquatch to me yesterday. I was like, I don't think they're on Staten Island.
Okay, and then for it to be a handprint, and I wonder how big the hand was, the actual print. And
so the handprint that you're looking at right now, it was like a woman's hand, because it was smaller than my hand and smaller than Ron's hand by a lot.
Okay.
By like a good 2 inches smaller.
And another reason why I question that is because of the height of the handprint. But you never know. We don't know. But dude, amazing stuff. And
that height right there you're looking at it is about 6 feet. So it would have to be overhead. It's like you would have to be pretty like on. I don't want to say tippy toe, but you would have to be standing tall to hit that mark. You know what I mean?
I think one of the benefit is kind of like Brown Dwarf was saying, being open-minded, thinking, possibility of Sasquatch. But what's nice about this is you live in the area, the area, kind of like when Brown Dwarf does investigation in his area. When you know the area, you kind of know, when you watch Mike's videos on Long Island Bigfoot, you kind of know what could be the possibility and what's not, because you know that area. It's very important.
I want to show you Ron right now does it.
Tell me where I should go, right or left?
Left.
You
want to be on it?
No, to the right of it. I want to
right there is good.
See, Ron's hands over his head, but he's not. He would have to fully extend to reach where that other one is.
Yeah, yesterday that was very smart. You guys had Ron do that too, to kind of show where it's at and what it looks like when he does his hand on the wall.
All right, I'm holding it.
I'm
going to take my hand off right now.
Okay.
Now,
Okay,
look how red hot his hand is. That's
the other
red
hand
hot.
was like that too in the beginning.
No, not that bright. Take a look at this, and I'll go back. Look how bright the palm is white. The palm of the hand is white hot on that. The other one's not.
Well, yeah, but he did it right there at the right second with your camera on. The other one has been there maybe a minute already.
The whole palm on this thing isn't white hot. It's yellow, and there's purples in there, but it's not white hot. Ron's is white hot.
So maybe the heat was kind of
cooling down,
dissipating or something. Right. And then another thing that comes to mind also, if it is an entity or ghost or whatever, maybe it leaves a different type of heat signature. Maybe it doesn't come out the same as an actual human
I don't know,
hand.
man. I never caught anything like that before, man.
Just questions that are going through my head right now, man.
You know, I've never seen a handprint on paranormal shows or anything like that. On FLIR. On FLIR.
Yeah, no, very cool, man, and interesting.
Now,
Awesome.
the chain of events after the next thing that happened, the thing that happened before that, like a few minutes before, was I catch this EVP. I'm asking the ghost all kinds of questions, like, give me a sign of your I seen it in the window, so now I'm talking. Give me a sign of your
question.
How long was Ron's print visible for? I don't know, maybe about 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes, 5 minutes, roughly. I don't know. We didn't time it. Probably about 5 minutes.
You know, I was going to ask you guys the question of the title of the show. I think Anthony kind of answered it in a lot of ways. You know, why should we believe and what are we looking for? I think what Anthony did there on his investigation is exactly why we should believe. And that's kind of stuff that you're looking for. Some kind of evidence of something that's not the normal.
I know that there's life after death because I had a motorcycle accident, my heart stopped, and I went somewhere else. I know that for a fact. But for people that don't believe in that, well, explain how there's something in the window, right? That we didn't catch on a regular night vision camera or a camcorder or a regular Canon camera, right? How come it was only caught on the FLIR camera that picks up hot and cold?
Well,
and that is cold.
Figure it out. You know, there's always somebody.
It's a cold object in the window. It's 49 degrees, whatever that was in the window. So,
and that's the thing. They weren't there. Nobody was there. You guys were there. You know what the temperature was. You know what the feeling was. And here's the an EVP of what Anthony was talking about with the laughing. So, guys, when I put this on, it's real quick. Turn up your radio. Turn up your TV. However you're watching this broadcast. Hopefully, you're watching me on everything. Put it as loud as you can, because here we go. Right there.
You can hear it. You can hear.
Guys, I'm going to do it one more time. Everybody, turn your stuff up right now. Or if you got headphones, put the headphones on right here.
A lot of the better.
You hear it better with headphones, with noise cancellation headphones. Here we go. So explain to us when you heard that laughing. You heard that laughing. Was it with the ghost walking across, or was it the hand?
That was completely inaudible to me. I didn't hear that in real time. I didn't hear that till after we played it back.
I mean, with your recording, was it near the incidents of the hand or the ghost?
The ghost happened. Okay. Then we're investigating that for a good 25 minutes, 30 minutes, right? But we're in the same area now. So then I start walking away from the house. Ron goes to the other side of the barn. We've cornered that property off on both sides. Okay. So now he's on one side of it. I'm on the other side. All right. And then we're doing EVPs. And I hear Ron telling me, I hear something in the brush over here. So he says, all right, I'm going to ask questions on this side. And we're both doing that. And I'm walking around with my phone recording. And Ron's walking around with his recorder recording. And I say, is anybody here? Can you tell me what year you died? Can you give me a sign of your presence? And that's when I get a laugh. And I turn around, and I got the FLIR on now because I'm going to turn around and face the house again. So I turn around and I start walking back to the house. Like I said, it was about 15, 20 feet from me. And I notice a blob, just a yellow blob on the wall with the FLIR because I'm too far from it. And when I get close enough, I start seeing that it's a hand print on the wall. And the rest is history.
Official ghost hunter now, Anthony.
What?
Official ghost hunter now. S4.
Yeah,
you know, and Brad Dwarf, I want to bring that up. Because, like you said, hey, listen, we all watch Discovery Channel. We, here and there. I watch Ghost Adventures as a guilty pleasure. I'm not here to say I don't. I watch it for fun. But when you watch those shows, you could tell that they overact for the thrill of the camera being on them. They scream. It seemed like they scream a lot, and they always run hand touches. And here we are.
We weren't doing none of that screaming.
Anthony, they're not Anthony's a UFO hunter. He doesn't go, I don't know how many paranormal searches you've got on,
Never,
but
I
you've
never
probably
been
done
on
more
one.
UFO than paranormal. And look at your action. Your reaction wasn't, let's get the hell out of here. You were calm, but you also shows they're not calm. And some of them have been doing it for the 17th season. And you're asking yourself, by now, shouldn't you be like, I don't know, not so afraid anymore? It's like hikes. When you do something for so many times, you kind of lose. Like, I'm not afraid of hikes anymore.
I told Ron, I says, Ron, thank God I didn't bring my gun because I would have shot that house up. When I saw that. Ron, get over here! I would have put lead in that building, man. I was shook. I was shook.
And let's tell people that you were at one time a law enforcement, so you know what to look for. You know how to look in the dark. You know how to investigate. So you're just not some schmuck schmo that's off the street doing an investigation. Being a police officer, you have to investigate everything that you get called in, so you know what to look for.
Right. And you know how many times you get a call that there's a perp in a house doing a B&E, breaking and entering or something, and you get in there and it's pitch black and you can't see the guy in there. So, your emotions are kind of lax and trained for all that. What freaked me out was I knew the house was boarded up, and I was told they're all nailed shut. There's no way in, no way out. Some of these homes don't even have a porch where there's no stairs to walk in and out of these places. You know what I mean? So, but we continued the investigation. Ron took out the EMF detector and he started taking electromagnetic readings, and it went off the charts. There's no power in the building. They have a fire alarm strobe system on the property, but the wiring for it goes out to the street light. It's not inside the house. Just the strobe light is on the house in case it goes on fire. That's it.
After that investigation, what did that do for you? Is it brought your hype like I gotta get out there more?
We can't wait to go again. Oh yeah, we can't wait to go again. We said it the other night as we were walking out of there. We're like, this has to happen again. We got to be inside a house next time. We want to be inside a property. Lock us in, whatever, but we want to be in somewhere haunted next time, like physically in the house where you're a little quieter. You're not in the elements. None of that shit. That's what we want next. But Ron's a pro, man. He's a pro.
So Brown Dwarf, you're known to do your own investigations, and not just one thing. You investigate Bigfoot, UFOs. You investigate more than one community. You investigate everything. Why do you investigate, and what are you looking for out of your investigations?
Yeah, I don't know. I just been passionate about everything, like mysterious, you name it, from cryptids to ghosts, aliens, entities, you name it. Always been passionate about it. And now that we have this technology, so-called technology, and we're able to do this, I just been documenting what I've experienced, and just taking leads on any information I could get about anything, about areas I'm in and things that I could find. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just,
I know Anthony's, story what really got him into it with the triangles, the triangles, pyramids of shape that he saw. But was there something for you kind of like that made you want to, or is it just a passion that you just have? And that's fine either way.
Yeah, well, my thing is that I started experiencing a lot of the stuff that I was hearing through other people, people's experiences, and it's like, hold on, I'm finding this stuff, I'm experiencing this stuff. Why not go ahead and document and share with people out there? So that's my thing, is to document and share with people out there that are experiencing the same stuff. And so we could talk about it all day, stories and whatnot, but if you could get some of this stuff, recorded pictures or anything like that'll help back your story or whatever it is, I think that's awesome, and to be able to share it out with people is even better.
I agree, man. There's the baby.
Hey,
better watch it doesn't eat your microphone.
You want to say hi to everybody.
Nothing like a bulldog.
That's awesome that you do it. Here's this is one of yours, Brown Dwarf. Okay, I'm gonna pause it for a second. So before I press play again, what are we looking at here?
All right. Well, what you're looking at is the audio. What is it? The Zoom H5 audio recorder. And I recommend that recorder. It's awesome, pretty easy to use. I believe it's pretty affordable as well. And so this little night here was over at Yosemite National Park. And man, I've been wanting to go there because it's it's ground zeros for the 411 phenomenon, and it's Yosemite, and of course a lot of Bigfoot reports out of there, Sierra Nevadas, and so I got the opportunity to do my thing there. Been there a few times, and this night I was able to capture this audio here, and it sounds like a female yell or whoop. It was about 3 a.m. And there's actually more audio that I captured that night. This is just a clip. And the rest of the audio, we captured what sounded like a male sound. And it did a Yahoo type sound, very, very low. And then there was these weird metallic sounds. And of course, your classic wood knocks. And I didn't put that clip in this here. It's posted. It's from years ago, actually. And but yeah, this is a short clip and what sounds like a female to me.
How about this? People in the chat, type in the number 1 if you want to hear this fast clip. Put 2, say I don't care for this clip. Put a 1 or a 2. I just like to see people. I like to get people interactive to get them.
Yeah.
See if they're watching the show. Well, Anthony's watching the show. Oh, here we go. People are watching.
Oh yeah, I want to hear it.
Okay. I want to make sure people are watching. A lot of people sometimes they watch in the background, but all right, here we go. I love it. Turn it up, people. Turn it all the way up. So it's that first part right here, right? Like,
you hear that clear as day.
Yeah, you can.
And what do you think that is?
I think it's, my opinion. I believe it's a female Sasquatch or some other cryptid. I don't think it's human. It was really loud, as you can hear in the recording. It's really loud and it echoes.
It does echo.
And the echo is due to because the way Yosemite, we're in the valley, Yosemite Valley, and you're just like in between granite monster mountains there, and so you get that echo effect. But yeah, I definitely send that in for analysis if anyone wants to check that out. Yeah, I was pretty stoked at that.
That's some recorder, man. That's powerful recording device you got there too.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Hell yeah.
That is cool. Then let's see here.
All right, this is a weird one.
Okay, I'm going to push pause for a second. And now on this recording here, what are we looking for here?
All right, so this is in Humboldt County, one of the redwood groves that I go to. And it's weird because there's going to be a tree that's going to get pointed out. And on that tree, it's a redwood. And from what I understand, Robert Leiterman, he's a part of the Bluff Creek Project. He's a Bigfooter and also an ex-ranger. And he said it's possibly an albino redwood. But on this redwood, you could see what looks like a bunch of weird faces kind of like stacked on top of each other, different types of faces. And off to the right of that, we'll also point out, you'll see this, what looks like a being materializing in between some trees. And this being is kind of reddish color, almost like the color of the redwoods. And you can't see a face or anything because it's hiding behind the trees. But I scrubbed back and forth so you could see when it materializes.
Now, can somebody in the chat that has a ranch, one of you guys put Brown Dwarf's TikTok link in here? Because I know watching a TikTok on here, the screen's going to be even
I'm going to make this video bigger for you right now, Eric. I'm working on it as we speak.
Oh, okay. He's trying to make it bigger.
I'll make it full for you.
But if somebody could put his link anyway, so you can subscribe to his TikTok. He's on my TikTok. I'm on his TikTok, and and you guys can play with it and make it even bigger. So he's gonna try to get me a bigger one. But I'll let you guys know first of all this week what's going on this week. I know Wednesday, Identify-S4 is having another show on Wednesday. Do you have a topic for Wednesday yet? Or are you still working on that?
Yeah, no, the Pascagoula incident from 1973, a witness just came forward 45 years ago that's backing up the claims to the Pascagoula incident. And I want to get everybody's take on if they think, she's being a bullshit artist coming out 45 years later on an incident. What made her wait that long to come out to back these guys up? Or do you think she's genuine? And then we'll go over the whole 1973 Pascagoula incident as well.
Thank you, Brother Mike, for posting that. Hey, Eric, I wanted to mention right quick, too, on the TikTok here, you could put those GIF stickers on. So I kind of decorate around the video. And this particular product is a mycorrhiza. It's a product you use in gardening for root growth and stuff. And there's this brand out of Oregon. And in Humboldt, we use it a lot, too. It's called a Bigfoot mycorrhiza. So their logo is a Bigfoot and stuff. So I found their gifts and kind of stuck them all around the video there, kind of to represent them, and I like their stuff. Good product.
And I'll tell you guys,
send them some. They got to send you a whole case.
There's something. I feel like I'm doing something very exciting this Saturday. I'm actually headed to a place outside of Yakima, going to the 2022 Bigfoot conference.
Nice.
Out here. I got VIP tickets, of course.
Hey,
bring your camera.
I have damn straight. I'm bringing my camera. First of all, I'm not happy with the place because I sent a request that I wanted to be a spokesperson there, but they never responded. So they're going to get an unassigned spokesperson there. So I'm going to try to film much as I can, film it, walking around, kind of like what Connor does, and with some of the speeches, I'll try to get some of it. I don't know if I could go live because I don't know how the internet works there. Don't know if my phone will pick up the internet. If I got great internet, maybe I could do some live stuff there. But a lot of it will be pre-recorded because like I said, I don't know how the internet outside of Yakima. What's cool is at a casino. It's at a casino. So even if somehow the Bigfoot conference is boring because I'm not speaking, at least I could go gamble. And maybe I can come out a winner. Somehow I'll come out a winner. It's going to be fun. Some of the people that are going to be at the Bigfoot conference, the Sea Squatcher, who's on my channels 3-4 times, I interview them. So that's kind of be cool that I get to see some people that I interview. And that famous footage, the most famous Bigfoot footage, what's the guy's name?
Patterson. Bob Gimlin's going to be there.
Patterson's actually receiving an award at this Yakima conference.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so you probably mean Bob.
Yeah.
Bob Gimlin.
Okay, cool. I just posted a picture with Bob on my community page this morning.
Here you go, Eric. There's the full-size video.
This one off. So let me get this one off. Kick from studio. Oh, shit.
You got kicked from the studio.
Oh, Anthony, that was my fault, Anthony.
Abduct them back, Eric.
Sorry. Sorry, Anthony. Come back. Well, I went to take off that video to play your other one, and somehow because he put it all up. I forgot that he did. No, it was the ghost with the handprint. They decided to get the revenge. So let me send an invite back to Anthony. That was
as long as he didn't get 411.
I'm gonna type in. Sorry, Anthony. He's probably so pissed. Like, I'm not coming back now. You don't do that to us New Yorkers. Here we go. Let me see. Oh, there he is. Anthony, when I took off that other one, it took everything off. Can you put that one?
Yeah, no, you ain't getting shit now. You ain't getting nothing now, this guy.
If I took off another video that you put up, it takes you out too.
I didn't know that either. Lesson learned. Go ahead.
So, guys, I apologize. I don't treat New Yorkers this way. I mean, come on.
It's all right.
I'm going to New York this summer. weird? Hold on. Just going back right here, that wood right here,
Mm-hmm.
that looks like a face.
Several
Like
faces.
Oh, I see it.
like a
I
goblin
see it,
face,
man.
like a
Two eyes,
nose.
nose, mouth, like it's on it's a side of a face. Yeah, I see it.
And it's
Doesn't
to
it?
me, it's several faces, but yeah,
Yes,
who
there's a
knows?
face above that face. There's like an oval face, and there's like a
Like a
half a
totem
face
pole.
behind the oval.
Like a totem pole.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
in the cryptid world, lots of people have described or pointed out possible faces of cryptids being like stacked on top of each other, and they call it a totem pole. But I don't know.
You know who gets a lot of those, brown dwarf? I'm telling you, Long Island Bigfoot. I would watch his videos and go, Long Island Bigfoot. That I even posted on my channel one time. They had like these bushes and stuff. It looked like a face. There's two eyes, big mouth. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and then he had this tree that I don't know if he knew that looked like there was a face right there, like somebody carved in the face in a way. It's so weird how that works.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool.
And so
I get a lot from his videos.
Yeah, so to the right of this totem pole, you could already see some of that figure that we're gonna point out right now that materializes, and yeah, keep an eye out.
Yeah, I get right between the faces on the tree and a big tree on the left, right there in the middle.
Yeah, I'll point it out.
Let me go back a little bit. Yeah, I saw something move there.
And if you keep playing it, I'll point it out with an arrow. Also, it'll point out, and you'll see I'll scrub back and forth, and hopefully you'll be able to see. So you can see it glowing on the right already.
Yeah. I love the music, the drum. The big drum beat. I love
For a
it.
little more action. But yeah, you see it materializes and dematerializes. Gone. And it appears.
Yeah.
What that is, I have no idea. But
You know what I like about this footage, and you know Anthony's going through that right now. Well, all his paranormal footage is it's easy to look at a footage and while you're recording, you're looking at it to let it just go by. But when you sit there and take time, put it in slow motion or whatever, you start to see things that an average person, you know, wouldn't spot and let it go by. Like there's evidence there. Sometimes you got to dig a little deeper, make it a little bigger, put your audio a little louder, kind of like that laughter that Anthony caught. Like anybody could pass by that without hearing the laughter, but to really concentrate and look, it's so interesting what's really there that the average person would pass by.
yeah, well, what is it? They say we only see so many frames per second. And also, like Anthony's situation, this is something that was found after the fact. It was me going through my videos when I spotted all this. So in the moment, I just knew to zoom in the area because I had a feeling. So I zoomed into the area, but in the moment, I didn't see any of this until after going through my video is when I spotted all this, and I was like, "What the?" You know, I couldn't believe it. And that's what happens a lot of the times. Mike, I know Mike knows, and you guys know, is like after the fact, when you go through the videos, you start spotting a lot of things. Sometimes it'll happen in the moment, you'll be seeing it, but then when you go through it, you might be able to find other anomalies And so it's always good to just hit that record button, even though nothing's happening. You never know.
Yeah, and guys, right here, this is Brown Dwarf's YouTube channel, and I'm gonna put the link right here to all his videos. And what I love about your channel, you got so many different things. You got one, the very last one you put in 10 days ago is a fork in the road.
Yeah, so that one was we went up. So I'm in Los Angeles right now, so I'm kind of out of my woods. But nearby, just right outside of Los Angeles, we got the Angeles National Forest, and there is Sasquatch up there. We've investigated before, found structures, hair. Don't know if the hair was official, but it was pretty strange to find near the structures. And so my brother and I went up just the other night to go check out some areas. We hit a trail. This is about midnight. We hit a trail and we noticed this. I always point out the fork branches. Other guys point out tridents that are used in structures. A lot of the time, I always point out the forks. And what do you know? We find that at the beginning of the trail, there's a big down. Oh, well, it's not big, but it's a down tree and it's a fork. So for me, automatically a sign, and it's blocking the trail. And so for me, it's like kind of like, whoop, stop right there. And but my brother and I decided to walk a little further down, and then we heard this bird. We must have disturbed a bird, and it kind of startled us. And after that, we said, you know what? Let's just stop here. We sat there for a bit, felt out the area, and we headed back. And where we were parked, we're on a ridge between two canyons, which is perfect area for audio and visual stuff too. So we just hung out there the rest of the night. And didn't post any more footage from there, but we'll be back up there during the day soon, and I'm sure there's some activity still going on in those areas.
Helicopter picking up somebody there? Is that a helicopter?
Yeah, we did a little daytime exploring up in a different area, but same mountain ranges. And yeah, this helicopter dropped off. I don't know if it was dropping off supplies or what. It was kind of weird, but not much action that day. And that's what happens a lot. You'll go out, investigate, and a lot of times you don't get stuff. But there's the times
happening.
Yeah, but the times that you do get stuff, hey, I'll share it. And sometimes it'll be a little 1 minute clip or 5 minute. They're short videos, and some of them might not make sense to people because I do focus on the structures a lot, and sometimes these structures could be ground glyphs, little sticks on the ground, or small structures that most people would pass up and believe that it's human, and a lot of times I question it because it's in one. I always mention they're in Bigfoot hotspots. So
what I like about you, Brown Dwarf, is right now you're sounding like this is a pure Bigfoot investigator. No, you even investigate UFOs.
Definitely.
Yep.
This is Mount Shasta orb.
Great spot to be.
And it's really shaky. I tried staying still as possible. And this is actually, I did it overnight at Shasta. There's a little spot that I like because you can see the mountain and you're basically at the bottom of the mountain. And so this was at the mountain level. So this is, I think, literally on the mountain. And obviously you can't see because it's dark. But yeah, this is pretty trippy, and definitely want to be going back to Shasta a lot more. Shasta is a great spot for all types of stuff.
That it is.
Yeah, I mean, and you got plenty of object flying over cabin. You got another UFO one.
That's Brown Dwarf. Have you ever thought about nailing Velcro to any of the trees to try to get hair samples from the Sasquatch?
No, I haven't done that. I've heard of guys using lard and different adhesives and stuff like that. And I have found hair before, and I don't know if it's actual Sasquatch.
Everything sticks to Velcro, man. You might get a good shot getting something to stick on Velcro.
There you go.
And another thing they're talking about using now is plexiglass, a piece of plexiglass.
Okay.
Because gorillas excrete this very oily, thick, syrupy substance from their body, especially from under their armpits, right? And they believe that Sasquatch do the same thing. But just think about it. A piece of plexiglass is nice and smooth, right? You don't have any smooth surfaces in the forest unless it's a river rock. But for them to see something like that, maybe they'll pick it up and play with it, and you can get some prints off it, like handprints or something. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. And I do like trying, techniques, and it's not to fool them or anything like that. Even when I put game cameras out, it's like, I know you guys know you're probably watching me put this up, but if you would like to mess with it, or whatever, take a picture with it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm approaching it these days also. So I'll still do the fun, trying different experiments and stuff, and I have. But I think also just using your mind and asking them, or asking your higher source, hey, can you guys give me something today? You might get a structure.
Yeah.
You might
I agree.
You might get some action. So that's how I
think
go about stuff these days.
I believe that the Sasquatches go off your presence of mind. I think they can read you 100%. I really do, telepathically. In fact, I think they know if you're a good-hearted person and you mean them no ill will. And then I think you got a good shot if you're one of those type of people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And this video right here, could you roll object flying over the cabin? Was this the cabin you're staying at?
Yeah. So this is my father-in-law's cabin, and this is in Trinity County. So it's all mountains. It's near Shasta, and it's in between Shasta and Humboldt County.
I want everybody to see this part here, because this part here, he was recording in the first minute here. He was recording this orb staying here, but then watch it just fly away.
What?
Watch. It's just in there, but then watch. It'll start go in a second. Hold on. It's going. Boom. Look how fast it goes away.
Well, that's because I moved the camera.
You moved the camera?
Oh,
I moved the camera there, Eric. But also the object was moving, bro. So. And then right after that, I thought it was a satellite. Right after that, that was above the cabin. And then facing in front of the cabin is a mountain range. And then right after that, all these other orbs started popping up in the woods and on the mountain across from me. So, and that's the second video after that.
You've got good footage of orbs on a mountain. You had sent me before.
Yeah, and I've recorded them during the day also.
Yeah, during the day.
Just to give you an idea of what it looks like, and yeah, they pop out during sunlight hours as well, like usually towards the evening.
Now this is
this
TP and tracks.
Yeah, so I've been showing this one lately, and it's fresh. That's Southern Oregon near the Bigfoot trap, and yeah, I found a TP first.
What?
Look at this. Okay, that's a foot. Okay, but but it's like this thing only has 2 toes.
Well, it's because the mud, I think.
Yeah, the mud kind of mashed up the toes there, but yeah, that's a super deep print. It wasn't massive, and you can see some other animal prints that are in there pretty deep, so it must have been really muddy. But the shape of the print and other prints that I found in the area, some had the mid-tarsal breaks and
where was
whatnot. And some of them, what was that?
Where'd you film this? California?
Oregon. This is Southern Oregon.
Did you cast any prints?
Yes, I did cast the prints, and I still have them. I actually have them with me right now.
Oh,
I haven't completely cleaned them.
Oh, all right. You don't know how bad I'm dying for a print.
And people in the
trying
chat,
to hold a print.
I'll send you one, Anthony.
Oregon and Washington. If anybody who's been up to the Northwest area, Oregon and Washington has a lot of forest. A lot. I mean, there's so many places for these Sasquatch, whatever you want to say, to roam to, because it's huge. All the way from Oregon all the way up to Canada. I mean, these mountains are just nonstop.
What size would you say the Sasquatch prints were?
Oh man, maybe like a size 10 or 11.
So a juvenile?
Yeah, so we're thinking juveniles. So right here, we're looking at a print, and you can see long toes. It's different than the other prints. And you can see the top of the pad and then the mid-tarsal break right there I'm pointing out. And then the rest of the print you can't really see. So someone had mentioned possibly it was like a tippy-toeing maybe. And but yeah, very odd print there as well.
Probably walking funny going through the mud, you know?
Mm-hmm. and you can see there's a bunch of prints there. Some aren't so defined, and then there's some really good ones like this one here. Let's
Wow,
see,
that's
one after that.
awesome.
Wow.
That's a good one there.
Wow, man.
Guys, this is what you get from Brown Dwarf's channel. I mean, this is
I would have dug that whole print out, the whole thing. I would have dug the whole thing out and put it in a box and been looking for hair with a magnifying glass when I got home.
And we could go back anytime there, you guys. It's active, and that's like 20 minutes away from our farmhouse in Oregon. So I'm waiting for the activity to come to the property. I haven't noticed anything. And
This is where we gotta go. This is where we gotta go hunting, man.
So do you live near Medford?
Yeah, so I'm not too far from Medford. I'm actually in the Applegate area. So this is Applegate Lake, and this is where the Bigfoot trap is. There's an actual trap. There's an actual trap here built in the 70s by a wildlife group, and I believe they built it because there was miners. This is all mining town. Dude, we got gold mines on the property, bro.
I have a cousin who lives in Medford area. They're tree lumbers.
Okay. Yeah, so a lot of mining. We're near a old haunted mining town, Jacksonville. You guys look that up, so we could go ghost hunting and Bigfooting. All in the same area. Yeah.
All right, I'm booking my flight right now,
dude. And we're getting the orb activity there too, man. So it's all happening.
I want to ask you a question. I noticed the trail where these prints are.
Uh-huh.
All the trees were taken out, right? So you think the Sasquatch walked through there and left their prints to show the lumberjacks that, hey, we live here, you're cutting down a forest?
I don't know. I wonder. I just think that's their area, and so
they built the teepee and they walked through it. I mean, that's kind of saying something, like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Behind the teepee was a trail as well. And I did check it out. Didn't find too much more there. There's a lake, but as you can see, the lake's been dried up. You know, we're going through our droughts here in the West Coast. So a lot of it's been drying up, and I think that's why I was able to luck out with those prints there. There's
what lake is that? Wow, look at this.
Applegate Lake.
Applegate Lake, okay.
And if you guys look up a Bigfoot trap, Applegate Lake, you can find the story behind it. And yeah, that's where I'm living these days. Actually, like I said, I'm in Los Angeles, but yeah, I'll be either here, Humboldt, or Southern Oregon.
Damn.
Or Trinity County. You know, I'm always moving.
I forgot how long it takes to get to Medford. So it's 7 hours, 21 minutes for me to go to Medford.
Okay. And look, very, very small teepee. You know, I don't think a full-grown Sasquatch could fit in there. Maybe a juvenile. Or, you know, and I don't know what they use the teepees for. Do they sit in there and meditate? I don't know. I've sat in them and meditated, though.
Could be a marker. Like there's water nearby or something like that.
And behind it, there was berries, berry bushes. So, and I'm sure you can get fish down at the river meets the lake down there too. So it's just perfect area for them.
Yeah, because you ask yourself, why would a person make something like that so small where they can't get in?
Yeah, and then so far away so all the people are towards the water, towards the lake. That's way far away from where the teepee and the tracks are.
Yeah. What's up, Matt, brother?
I mean, it's just so interesting.
Amazing, man. I love stuff like this, man.
I mean, and you got so much stuff on your channel with all your investigations. I mean, you have a Southern Oregon UFO orb in Patty Woods, Bull Creek expedition.
I would do a whole month just out in a tent on that property, man. Literally, I swear to God, I wouldn't leave for nothing.
Yeah, no, and the thing is, like you, Anthony, I mean, you say you pretty much live where you're capturing a lot of the stuff. It's the same thing for me, dude. I'm living in the woods. Yeah,
you know the woods like the back of your hand. Like I know my area, like, you know.
Pretty much. And it's like you're living there with them. We are, you know, it's happening everywhere. You don't have to be in the woods as well. I think it could happen anywhere. So it's just a matter of being aware and tuned. And yeah, man, it's crazy life we have here, eh?
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah. But I love it. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you don't live by a forest, you know. You don't necessarily have to go look for Bigfoot, but you know, you can investigate paranormal almost anywhere because paranormal doesn't have, it's not assigned to a place. It's assigned to anywhere that anybody could walk to. I mean, any
Yeah.
place can have a haunting.
And I've heard people mention Bigfoot activity following them, like the hitchhiker effect, following them home out of the areas that they had their encounter or experience in. So I find that very interesting, and definitely keeping an eye out for anything like that. I've had some really bizarre Bigfoot dreams as well. And yeah, that's a whole other show there, dude. You should put something together where we talk about our dreams, you know, because it happens with the UFO, alien phenomenon, ghost phenomenon as well. So
I wonder if they could communicate with you in your dream state, just like extraterrestrials can, man.
Mm-hmm.
I bet
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not, right? Yeah.
And we don't know yet if they're extraterrestrial or terrestrial, you know. So
true, very true.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Very
the
true.
mystery. That's
They
why
could have been dropped off here 100 years ago and stuck here. You know what I mean?
And Brown Dwarf, if somebody does ask you, you know, why should we believe? How would you answer that to somebody? Why we should believe?
Good question.
Well, I would ask them first, do they believe in God? And if they say yes, then I'd be like, well, this is its creation. So why wouldn't it be real? You know, and I'm not trying to make anyone believe anything. I'm just on my own journey and riding with whoever's riding along the same path, man.
Oh yeah.
But you know, it's weird. This might sound weird. If people who are really into religion believe in the God, so that means you probably believe in the, you know, small miracles that they could do it and it could happen. So if you believe, so some ways, in a weird way, you kind of do believe in the supernatural in a way. So why not believe that something, even if you think it's related to God or not, but if you believe in that, that means you do believe in the supernatural, and that, I mean, something does happen to the spirits. And don't you want to know how that works, where you go, and why there are spirits that are trapped here where Anthony can't find a handprint, does see somebody? You know, if we're supposed to go somewhere, why are those still here? That to me is so interesting. And why would you not want to know?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're a religious person.
Yeah, and for me, Eric, I also asked, you know, for as far as like religious people that maybe think that this stuff is negative or we don't know, you know, I don't know. I'm figuring it out, trying to figure it out for myself. But yeah, I asked them, do you believe in the Holy Ghost, you know? And because, you know, some of these people don't believe in spirits, but they'll believe in the Holy Ghost. So it's like, whoa, hey, hold on.
They believe in the Virgin Mary. Not that, but I mean, you know, you believe that a grown woman got pregnant by a spirit, right?
Yes.
Why not believe in a Sasquatch?
So instead of delivering change the staff to a snake. I mean, there's supernatural all around this, and I think it's healthy that you want to learn more. I'm not saying you have to believe everything that you hear, because you shouldn't believe everything that you hear. You should investigate everything. You know, check out the area that Brown Dwarf just showed us. Check out what have other people seen things. You know, check. You know, when you see Anthony's video, people should look up that town area you were in there, investigate it yourself, and find out what's going on from other people's researches. You should never stop at one place and keep.
No way.
Just keep going.
I wanted to ask. Do you remember the time they caught the Bigfoot body print in the mud? Was that the same area where those prints were? Is that the same?
No, I believe that. I forget what they call that. The butt print, and but I believe that was out of Washington, brother.
Washington. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know, I don't know what your schedule is this week, Brown Dwarf, but I would love to do like a part 2 to this Thursday about the same time.
Let's do it, bro. My schedule's pretty much open. I'm helping my brother out with his skate shop that he just opened. We just ran around downtown LA, did a little shopping for
I know my stickers on the door in that shop.
Yep.
Right?
And on my rig, Anthony. Anyone else got stickers, send them. We'll slap them up. We're going to get some stickers made for all you guys out there soon here. Just dealing with the little financial issues, but we'll get over that, and we're hanging in there. And yeah, man, appreciate this, Eric and Anthony. Thank you guys. Much love to everyone out there.
Thank you, man. It was just so fun just to look at stuff, and then maybe on Thursday, if you've got some certain videos you want us to look at, send it to us, And then, of course, this Wednesday is going to be Unidentified-S4's channel. Let's see here. Let me pull up his channel. He already explained earlier in the video what's it about. Witness talks 45 years later. So that sounds very exciting. The link's in there. And before we get Brown Dwarf back on Thursday to do a part 2 of this, do you have anything that is on your radar that's coming up that we should be aware about?
As far as for me or Anthony?
For you.
Oh, dude, I don't know, bro. But I'm like I said, Los Angeles got a bunch of haunted places. I kind of did that the last time I was down here. We hit Hollywood Boulevard and some spots in Pasadena, which I might go do again. Maybe nighttime Suicide Bridge or something. I'll hit something soon. I'm getting the itch. And
Suicide Bridge, yeah, man, good spot.
Yeah. So
go find the Viper Club and go talk to
the Viper Room.
River,
Man.
Phoenix River.
Dude,
that's so crazy. You just said that, Eric. I couldn't think of the name of it. I was just thinking of that in my head.
I think that's Johnny Depp's old place. I don't know if he still owns
River
it.
Phoenix.
Oh, he doesn't own it no more. He sold it.
Yeah.
Bro, I used to live on Sunset Strip right up the block from the Viper Room. So I got some crazy Hollywood stories for you too.
Yeah, that place is really haunted, man. I heard they saw River Phoenix in there one night.
River Phoenix actually overdosed outside of the Viper Room.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
then
wild.
His little brother took over the movie career.
Yeah. Joaquin. Yeah.
So beyond that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today. I think it was fantastic. I love seeing stuff from Anthony and Brown Dwarf, and we're just scratching the surface. And if we could do this again on Thursday, I can't wait to dig in some more because these guys showed that why we should believe and just what they saw, just the excitement to know that, my God, you want to see more. I can imagine I bet you if Anthony could go back to that place right now.
I can go back there right now, but I promise Ron I'd wait for him.
Promise Ron. But beyond that, guys, I want to thank everybody for showing up. And we'll see you guys Wednesday on Anthony's channel. And then Thursday, Brown Dwarf will be back, and we're going to dig in some more stuff. Have a good day and see everybody later.